All right. Am I the only guy who does this stuff?
You have all the knowledge. Let's go.
Does that mean I'm just old, or what this happens to be an actual recorded history of the mechanical department, which was one of the 5 departments that that were combined to create ISD. This was created by the director of the mechanical department, Mr. Robert Suddeth, in 1972. So he compiled a history of the mechanical department going back to its first iteration, which was in 1912. Throughout this book, it shows the original, or copies of the original board memos, and budgets, amount of staff, and some interesting metrics. Interesting metrics that that we had regarding how we managed our operation at the time. One interesting thing that we have is the budget, gross expenditures, total number of employees, fleet, and miles driven, and business machines we actually managed and operated, or maintained, each budget year from 1939 through 1971. 1939, we had 536 vehicles in our fleet. When in 1971, when we were mechanical department, we opened up Eastern Avenue, I believe in 1973. Wasn't around for that. We had 3,178 vehicles in the department. So a lot of interesting information like that, and it goes into some different iterations of the department where we took over the music center, took over a number of different things, and many of our newsletters. This is an interesting one because this one shows our headquarters when it was built in 1973. So this is a newsletter talking about the progress of our headquarters being built in Eastern Avenue. I guess it's pretty timely, isn't it, Dave? That we're going to talk about our headquarters on Eastern Avenue.
Oh yeah.
When we have a new opportunity coming up for a new headquarters. But yeah, some cool stuff in here about everything that many things that we've done. Here's another progress photo of Eastern Avenue.
So I was digging through some stuff, and I found some more artifacts about DPD. So Data Processing Department was one of the 5 organizations that was merged together to make ISD. And the stuff I found was there was a data processing service business plan from 1990. This was high-tech stuff back then. You couldn't do graphics back in the day, so when you had a pie chart inside of a document, it was like a pretty amazing thing. So this gets into the entire organization, and looks like it was $129,000 was the amount that we billed out to departments. Now we bill out 129 million. Now we bill out 330 million. So it was 1990, so, 29 years ago, 30 years ago, that's right. So here's the other guy I want you to meet. This guy, let me show you this guy. This guy right here was the last director of Data Processing Department. His name was Ed Hayes. Ed Hayes was famous because he had a green pen, and he would sit at his desk, the desk I now sit at, and people would bring him documents, and they'd come in with sweat dripping off the sides of their ears, and he would think like this because Ed was an editor, big time. And he would sit there and he'd take the document and he would go. Next thing you know, you got back this document, it was all green pen, right? And he's like, go back and write this. And he was like a school teacher, and he was a very stern school teacher. He would tell you, this isn't the best work you could be bringing me right now. You need to go back and you need to fix this document. I need to see more clarity out of this document. And so he had people with their knees shaking going into his office all the time, afraid that he was gonna mark up their documents. And so these pictures I'm showing you right here were for all the outstanding employees back in the day. So this is like 1981, right? So this predates ISD, but it's like Miss Laura Needham. And there's a little bio on her about why she's the outstanding employee, etc. And there's just a stack of these. So I found these in my office. Apparently they've been passed on through all the different general managers. So if you come into the museum, have a look at this. And if you're going to be over at Eastern Avenue, these are going to travel over there. There's also a stack of pictures over the last 30 years of employees that are still here, but they were very, very young back then. So you have to see these folks and see what, you know, like they had hair, that kind of stuff. Anyway, enjoy the museum and have a great day, everybody.